Hey guys, welcome to a stream of the OpenTest 6.2 thingy. Basically, we're gonna be testing some stuff that Wargaming has said that we might be getting the next update. Nothing in this OpenTest is absolutely final, so you generally don't really know if this is what we're gonna get, but this is what they're announcing we might be getting. So I'm going to be testing that out together with my lovely colleague Imre Bex, who is also here on voice with me.
Hello.
Let me know if you can hear him all right.
Stream of the OpenTest 6.2
Oh crap!
Basically, we're gonna be testing some stuff that
My YouTube is basically making me echo now. Yeah, I'm going to up your volume a little bit so I can hear you better.
Hey guys, welcome to a
Oh my
stream
god,
of the
seriously?
OpenTest 6.2 thingy. Basically, we're gonna.
My YouTube is being a bit of an... I have no words for it that I can say on stream. But it is on pause now, so it should be okay. I'm going to take away the preview. This is what my OpenTest garage looks like. I have the KV2 pre-selected. Basically, we're going to be doing some training rooms, maybe some battles. The thing is that on OpenTest, there's generally not a lot of people around, so that means that...
Actually, I just played 2 battles, and there are... if you play tier 10, there's lots of people right now.
Okay, oh that's nice. So okay, we can do tier 10 later on then.
Yeah.
But I felt that we might be able to start with the KV2 stuff first.
Yes.
That might be fun, so I'll just start a training room for that. It's gonna be my account name, so to make it very easy. I'm not going to go for a random map, I'm going to go for Copperfield because it's easy to meet each other there. I'm not going to set a password, don't think that's needed. I made a room.
Do it anyway, so we don't have to.
Yeah, if I make a password right now, I think everyone will see it because they see my keyboard, so that would be quite useless.
Yeah, but they're not on the on the test server.
True that. Okay, so the password will be a very interesting 2389. Can you find me?
No. Wait.
Let's see if I can invite you to the room.
There it is. So you said 3. I got. 3789.
2389.
238.
There you are. That's one.
So did you tell people what happened to it? How they
No, not yet.
slaughtered it?
What they're going to be doing to this tank is they're going to give the HE a 10mm nerf. And before, I know we could always... A KV2 could always one-shot another KV2. So right now I just want to see if it can still do that. I'm not carrying calibrated shells in this tank at the moment. Mainly just to see what it can do without... Now, on your front, nothing is actually grey with HE. The rest is all staying the same, it's just the HE that's going to get nerfed. But it means that you can't really... Well, possibly. You can't shoot a KV2 and one-shot it straight from the front with HE. I'm gonna drive around you, see what else I can pen. I'm gonna laugh if I can't actually... Now, if I'm right behind you, I can potentially one-shot you in the back of the turret. But that's about where it ends. I can't even HE you in the back all that well.
What about the gun mantlet? Is that actually a weak spot?
No, it's not. Look. You can shoot me from behind.
Yeah.
But it's not completely grey then, even then. So that's interesting stuff. I'm gonna shoot you in the back of your turret, see what happens.
Yep.
Well, that wasn't up. Hang on. I aimed for the little bit around the big square to see what that would do.
Not a full 10.
So I should be able to pen this now then. Yeah, that works.
Yep.
So the little square at the back of your head is basically still your weak spot. That's about the only place where a KV2 can one-shot a KV2 now. I can't say I'm unhappy with it. I can't say I'm happy with it. For me, this change doesn't really matter because I know it's blasphemy, but I don't drive the KV2 with the derp gun.
I don't drive the KV2 at all. For those of you who caught the charity stream, that was actually the first time I ever drove KV2.
Oh wow.
So this is the second time.
Okay, so now I am gonna add calibrated shells
Oh, let me check.
to see what that does. Nothing else, but that's basically why I didn't equip the tank yet on this account, because I wanted to see what the difference would be.
Mine has full equipment, but one thing set to the left. I'm not using ready.
I generally always use calibrated shells, but I think that every bit of equipment helps your tank get better, so basically I just didn't want to do that yet. I actually think that it will be more fun when the KV2 has a little bit less HP, HE pen, because it means it has... Okay, now I can HE you from the front again. Hang on, stay very, very still. I'm gonna see if I can.
Yep.
But now the bit below your gun. Ah, I don't think it hit there. The bit below your gun is grey again. So supposedly I would be able to pen that with HE.
Straight at your gun bar. How can I get flat target?
But it doesn't really do that though. I quite like this though. Hang on, I'm gonna drive around you again to see what's HE-able. Again, it's only the HE that's getting nerfed. Yeah, okay, now with calibrated shells, the back of your turret is completely HE-able.
Whoops. And tier 6s are getting popping turrets now, right?
Yeah, we have the popping turrets. We have the KV1 that is getting a nerf, so we can look at that as well. Thing is that
But
you have
this
little
one-
to compare it with unless we skip back and forth between the games, but I'm not really in the mood for that. I do really want to look at these new consumables though.
I've
I'm sorry for the
Ready
background
the,
noise. I live near a busy street and it's really warm, so I have the window open.
got my I got the British heavies all and the Foch. Yeah.
Oh, with the Foch as well, yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna see. I'm gonna use the consumables of the reactive armor, the welding unit, and of course the speed boost, because that's lovely. Pretty much, we have a sandbag. This is weird, but okay. And you can add an extra 6 points. I'm gonna do that as well. Thing is that these kind of things, the enhanced armor and the extra HP that you get and everything, will not make your tank perform better. It will make your tank perhaps last a little longer. But if you look at this, if you look at the black tea, for instance, or especially the pudding and tea, if you look at all the things that it changes, all the things that it affects, that it makes your tank better, I feel that using consumables like this will eventually help you more than a little bit of extra HP. The same reason why I never use HP on the whole equipment thing.
On the equipment, yeah.
Yeah.
I do that on tanks where the armor is too thin to ever come effectively thick enough to bounce in it. Like some light tanks, they don't have enough armor to ever bounce anything. So on those I run the the extra HP. But otherwise, the upgraded armor does actually work. You do get 5% more bounces.
Exactly. Do you want to... Well, we will return to a training room later for the new map, but... Do you want to try this in real battle? Or...
The KV2?
No, the British heavies.
Oh. Whichever. It's not really... They didn't change the armor perk.
No, but it did with the consumables and stuff, I mean.
Yeah. Yeah, I got my FV 215B all... I'm running.
But we can try it in training room first to see how it performs, what it actually does.
I will say this, I'm of course skeptical to the whole P regeneration thing, but you have to give Wargaming credit for at least trying to make these consumables balanced. I mean, you can see what they've been thinking.
I very much dislike it. I dislike that it's more... instead of just fantasy tanks, we're now getting a fantasy game.
Yeah.
Shoot me. I want to heal. It does help if you pan. Ugh, I still need to... There we go. Okay, so I'm now...
So if I shoot you now, I'm gonna
Then it...
ruin
Oh no, it's still going because you didn't pan.
Whoop.
Look at the lights below my turret though. That looks so weird.
Too slow.
I need to deactivate grass in sniper mode. Hang on. Where? I always... I can't do that in battle. I'll find it after the battle. But this is another one. Try and shoot me. You should do less damage now. This is the thing, with all these consumables, I'm not carrying any repair kit. And I can see your HP going up. But it does stop when you get shot then. Honestly guys, feel free to give any criticism you want, but please do so in a polite manner. Thing is with this, consumables like this, in the hands of a great player, it makes you completely OP. At the same time, I will say that there are consumables that I find more useful than this. It's better to preserve HP than to add a little bit. It's better to do more damage with adrenaline. The only thing that I would really be inclined to take with this is the speed boost, instead of one of the small repair kit. And that has everything to do with the fact that the speed boost, which I've noticed on the British TDs, makes your tank quite OP with getting places and getting out of places.
Yeah.
But same thing there, it shouldn't need it. It doesn't need it, but Wargame decides we want it.
I wonder if it's because Mad Games has been such a... But I agree. And I think you give up...
Look at this. Look at how fast I'm retreating now from you. It's just weird.
Ooh.
And this is with my driver broken, mind you. So yeah, I'm not a fan of stuff like this.
No. Let me try the... Bush.
I mean, same with the consumables on the FV and stuff. I like the idea of nations having their own style, but not like this.
No, I thought the British TDs were going to be the first ones to get these consumables, and after a while, everyone would get them. But it seems like they're wanting at least to pick up consumables for nation. I'm not too sure about that. I think they're setting themselves up for a balancing nightmare.
Yeah, they are. I think the main reason that they choose the British tank for this is that overall, the British tanks aren't that popular. You don't see them around all that often, except for in the hands of very seasoned players generally. But they're not a line that a lot of people go for, except maybe the DS line. But yeah, I think that's one reason why they chose the British nation to test the thing on, because the American lines have lines that shoot everyone. You have the troll armor of the Russian lines, you have the laser accuracy of the German lines, and you have the nothing particularly specialness of the British lines.
Well, this specialness, I guess, is the only thing that's special about them. I mean, these are the kind of tanks that Katie dreamed of. He's the only one I know who likes the heavy tank. I don't think I've ever driven this either. But so I put on all the protection stuff now. I have double sandbag armor, I have welding unit.
But that's weird, isn't it? That kind of stuff. Oh, I forgot to deactivate the grass and sniper mode.
I have no repair kits, no adrenaline, no speed boost. Well, I have one. I have one small.
You have the damage thingy that's now no longer active.
Ooh, oh, gun depression.
But that's just the thing though, if you look at this, if you use these consumables, especially if you use all of them, it's such a weakness.
Totally. Absolutely.
Because you can't really fix anything. Well, that was useless.
Did I actually manage to get some hit points back there? I did, right?
Yeah, you did.
Wee. Oops.
Now we're both trapped.
Both trapped. No one's going anywhere. Ah.
Okay, this is actually quite funny.
No one's saying anything.
Thing is, this remains a very troll tank, and if you get consumables like this, it will completely change the way the tank is played.
Ooh, yeah.
And I'm not in favor of changes like this.
No. First impressions, too much fiddling and not enough benefit.
Yeah. But I think that for the players, if you, for instance, drive this tank, which is not a very an easy tank to drive, and if you take the consumables and you take that speed boost, for instance, because I don't think the other two are that useful on this tank. Because you need to be out of the heat in order to heal yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Which isn't really a thing for the FE to do, because A, is not that fast, and B, it's supposed to be hold down, and then it's a monster, and then it will still get shot at.
Mm.
So that will reset your healing. And then you have the reactive armor, which is potentially useful, but not as useful as your fix-it kit. Or your adrenaline.
So with the double sandbags, I'm getting 185 extra hits.
That's half a shot of a normal
Yeah.
tier 10 tank.
Yeah, all that's gonna do is, once in a while, it's gonna keep you in the game a little longer.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Yeah,
because
I'm
it takes
giving
so much effort to actually use the healing thingy,
Yeah,
it won't keep you in the game that much longer. And these sandbags, they're fun, but if I can choose between having 128 HP more or having better view range, more damage per minute, better reload time, traverse speed, hold traverse speed,
engine power,
etc.,
free skills.
then I'd much rather have that. So I think that this is the kind of thing that Wargaming tries, but it doesn't quite succeed. No, actually, I'm seeing a comment by Victor who is saying no one is in favor, just Wargaming don't listen to community as always. And that is actually not true, because Wargaming on the big server had a survey where they asked people if they would like more of consumables like these for other tank lines and everything. And the only server that had more votes against than in favor was the EU server. All the other servers voted in favor of more weird consumables like this. So Wargaming is actually listening to people, only it's not what the really communicative, active part of the community wants.
I hadn't heard that, actually.
It's actually something, we were talking about that last night on one of the servers. Because it just... I can't wrap my mind around people wanting this kind of stuff. But then they showed the test results, and it's not like a 49-51 kind of difference. No, there's 600 people voting in favor and like 200 voting against.
Wow.
Exactly. So
I
that
would
kind
not
of goes to
expect
show that
that.
that's the people that vote for these kind of things. They don't actually, in my opinion, people don't think these kind of things through. Because they think the FE 4005 line has OP consumables. Ooh, we want that too on other lines. So they say yes. They don't actually think of the implications of what it would mean for the rest of the game.
Exactly.
Because in my opinion, it shouldn't be add more so that everything has something cool like the FE 4005. They should remove it from this FE.
That would be the best thing for game balance, I agree, but perhaps not the most fun.
I'm actually going to quickly look at the big server for the EU. Like I said, that was the only server they actually voted against. Would you like to have such consumables for other vehicles with similar gameplay? 149 people voted yes, 497 voted no.
And that's the EU server?
That's the EU server, but that's the only one that I can see. Asia and NA have their own survey channel, and from what I understood, the balance is flipped, basically, in the poll thing. So Wargaming does actually listen to the community. It's not what we want for the community.
Someone says you forgot to announce your stream on server.
Oops. Oh, well, they can watch it back later. And I did say that I was gonna test today. But yeah, they can watch it back later. I'll link the video later. But yeah, I'm going to exit the training. No, actually, I'm going to take a bad chat. Now I'm going to take the STB because it's lovely and it's also getting a buff. which is something that I'm a big in favor of because it is absolutely, I love it. This is one of my favorite tanks ever. When I first got my press account, when I became a CC, I actually tested all the high tier mediums tanks first, because at the time I didn't have any high tier prem except for the Type 59 in tier 8, and I basically just
the first one. That was the first one I drove, was Type 59.
Yeah. So I
and
tested.
Then I drove all the tier 10 mediums.
So I tested all the high tier mets, and then I actually found this tank, and I aced it on the first battle. And I just free XP'd the whole line on my main account.
I actually grinded the tier 8, but then it was my birthday, so I free XP'd the STB one.
Oh no, someone cracked the code to the room. It is getting a buff. It's not getting a big buff, but it is getting a buff. But you said it was quite substantial, Ludwig.
Yes, they're strengthening the front hull armor and the front turret armor and the side armor by quite a bit. So it's going to be more like a Russian medium.
Oh, that's actually going to be awesome. I already always loved it.
I think they want to differentiate it from like the tank we can't talk about, the and the AMX 30B. You know, the Leopard is not the only thinly armored medium tank in the game anymore. So I think they want to, you know, make the STB a little more sturdy.
Mm-hmm. I'm basically just driving around, by the way, going across the corners of the map to see how big it is.
This is the first time I've seen the map live. I saw the stream yesterday.
Yeah, and on the stream they made it appear very big, and I'm like, that's probably very deceptive. I mean, if you look at this...
It does feel big. It feels massive.
It's not really all that big, though.
No, it's only... They said it's 500 by 500, like many other maps. I think what they've tried to do is make it bigger by having it different levels. Like you see on the A cap, you can drive above the cap and you can drive under it. So trying to maximize the space, but it looks great.
It does. It does have definite potential. I like the positioning of the supremacy bases. It's quirky.
Yes. That's the first thing I thought of. Oh wow, I like that screw.
Yes. Can you actually drive around up here? Yeah, you can. Oh, I know my favorite spot now. I can't decap you from here. Too low profile. You can shoot me from there, but
if you turn around, can you decap me?
I can't. I
can't get the turret over.
I mean, I can probably do it here by falling.
Oh no, it's a dead end. No.
No, the lag. Oh, sorry. People are commenting about the fancy meaning you here. About the stream having a little bit of lag. That has to do with the streaming thingy that I use. I use an Elgato capture card, and it is a little bit glitchy. But yeah, I like this part. I think the map has definite potential. I like that it's like Faust, and that's why Faust is my favorite map. It's
Really?
not standard. The positioning that you have, you can drive over each other in positions and stuff. I like that. I really do. I wonder if you can get on a train track somewhere.
The one up here?
Yeah. I mean, probably if someone pushes you hard enough. It would be funny if you could, though. This train looks so much like a Dutch train that we have. Don't think you're meant to, but... there's probably ways to get up there. Just not on your own. And I'm very curious about all the Easter eggs. From what I heard on the live stream, there are at least... there's more than 2.
Yeah. 2 can... train.
I'm still waiting for a Spider-Man Easter egg. That kind of has to be here somewhere. I found the donut. They were very happy with the donut.
Well, it is a good detail. I'm already lost, I don't know.
Mahmoud just said, shoot the... no, that doesn't actually do anything. That's sad. The sewer cover. But yesterday I saw the stick guy shoot 4 posters, but he never shot the top one.
Oh, yeah, it's these posters right here.
Yeah.
Sure, I have the gun elevation.
I think I shot the tree instead. No, it's kaput. And it didn't do anything, so that's not it. But yeah, more than 2, which means at least 3 Easter eggs. Question is, where are they? But there's definite potential to this map. I think this will be a fun Clan Wars map. It's gonna be a nightmare to think tactics on for, but it's gonna be fun.
I thought about favorite maps the other day actually, and I don't think I have one anymore.
Mine is Faust mainly because it's so quirky. It's not predictable at all.
Yeah, that was my first thought. Was yeah, I like Faust, and I sort of like the new Overlord map, but I'm not doing too well on it.
The new Overlord map?
Yeah, no, what do they call it?
I don't know. I think I need something faster.
What do we have?
Yes, yes. The game keeps giving me helpful advice on how to drive a tank. Sure, why not?
I tried a different account. It logged in, and I had to do the tutorial, and there.
I joined Open Test because we asked for it as contributors, because Wargaming likes us to stream these kind of things so that people can get used to changes and everything. And that's basically how both Irma Bex and I got here. I can't say anything about any new tank lines that we get or when they're gonna get into the game. I don't know. And even if I did, I would not be allowed to tell you.
Time to roll out.
But yeah, I'm basically expecting a Spider-Man somewhere. Especially since yesterday someone asked for a Spider-Man Easter egg. And then they didn't really reply. It was like, I'm not gonna deny that, but that basically means he confirms it. Because if there wasn't any Spider-Man Easter egg, he would have said, there's no Spider-Man Easter egg, I think.
They're firm nor deny.
I like how both B and C are in their own way pretty secluded, so they're gonna be linked to their to the spawn closest to them. But they're quite open as well. You need a good team, I think, to cap them, unless the enemy team goes elsewhere. Generally, it's unlikely from past experience that Wargaming adds a new line the same update that they add a new map, so I wouldn't be expecting a new tank line in 6.2 yet. But that's my own that's a hard object.
I think they would have told. I mean, I think it would be up the server if they would.
And especially since the spaghetti is only now being tested. It's not going to be arriving in a few weeks already then.
No.
Because Wargaming will need time to look at all the data.
Ah, can I hear it? No. Ah.
What are you doing?
I'm not gonna lose supremacy just because we're sightseeing.
It's gonna take some time to get used to these streets though.
Oh,
like
yeah,
where everything is
absolutely.
and all that.
This in cat, that's the one that's away from the other two, but that's like my only point of reference.
I think in this map the whole mini-map is gonna be your best friend even more than in any other map. But yeah, overall, I like the map.
Lights are blinking. Yeah, it looks fantastic, and it feels like it's.
There's lots of stuff you can destroy. I'm fond of that as well.
Yeah, lots
like
of brick walls. No tanks on the ground. Lovely.
But yeah, it's gonna be quite difficult, I think, to get used to this map.
It's gonna take time.
Yeah.
Just like I'm still figuring out the one normally map.
Haha, found you. See, I'm one of those really annoying blocking people now. Yeah, I'll not shoot you again, actually. He killed my gunner. But yeah, I like this map.
I like it too. You want to do a one-on-one?
Yeah, sure. Me and the Batchet, you and the bulldog.
I thought I'd try something else actually.
Wow, 6 ram damage. Okay, now I am gonna shoot you.
Whatever.
I think that on a map like this, the Batchet can be absolutely vital. It lacks the armor to side scrape and all of that, but the relocating is so important.
Speedy tanks are gonna have a good time on the map, yeah.
Actually, no, I'm gonna take the STB as well. See how that goes.
Yeah.
And I like being able to drive around this map a little bit. Mainly because of the fact that it will be... I always learn maps a little bit more slowly because I sniper mode a lot.
I've been doing that too, way too much.
Well, to be fair, it works in my favor, but yeah. It's kind of scary because I have no idea where you are.
Soon will. I just took a little detour because I'm a tourist.
Ah, okay. Oh, we also need to test the Foch autoloader.
I have to say, I drove 2 games with it. Say, on the fence. I was always against the Foch being an autoloader in Blitz because I think the maps are too small for reload.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they did it. They did it well. There are 2 guns you can choose if you want to use it or not. It's only 2 rounds, so it won't have like 2,000 clipping damage. 7.5 seconds clip reload, which is totally fair. And I'm not sure. I mean, it looks good. The new gun looks good, and it's only like 2 seconds slower reloading the 2-shot clip than reloading 1, the non-auto loader. So I think they think it's well executed. Ah. You know this tank, don't you?
I love this tank, honestly.
And I forgot I had one of it.
And if they're gonna buff it, I'm gonna love it even more. To be fair, one-on-one is not like normal situations, and you can't really compare it because one-on-one, then it's mainly about who gets the first shot in, especially when you're driving the same tank.
But you can see the turret is a little more red than it used to be.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the unlucky I stream now. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to dismiss the room so then we can do some battles. So we need to try this and we need to try the Fosh. I'm gonna try the Fosh first, I think. I need to dress it up pretty. Because I can.
Might all done. I'm not sure though a double Fosh platoon is the best.
No, but maybe you take the STB and I'll take the STB next time. That's the one I want. There we go.
Or no, do the see if you can get some bounce.
Okay, let's see. I have both game modes activated. So hopefully we will get some enemies. Well, there's 48 in queue, so that should be okay. We are currently playing on open tests, which is basically a Russian server. Look at all the TDs though. And we have a player extra.
Yeah, IMX.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
They want to go the other way. I'm gonna try a classic spot here.
Are you gonna go spotty spotty?
Try.
Oh crap, I keep forgetting to deactivate grass in sniper mode.
You can do that in game.
That was a very quickly destroyed tank. Come on, Yege. It packs a wallop for sure.
Yeah, it does.
I think I quite like this.
I'm gonna confess I sort of like it too. That's why I'm on the fence. I mean, normally I'd just say, yeah, that's not... But like you say, I mean, it does...
It makes the tank a bit more quirky and I like that.
Yes. And I have to say I like the look of it. The new gun, I think they did... Yeah.
Oh, I got a mission.
Me too.
No, we got carried.
Yeah. Yeah, but still, that's just... He shot four shots. And did 3 damage. That's 2.
I quite like it. I think I'll like it better with the autoloader than without.
I'll probably be wallowing back and forth.
I think it's more with TDs being so situational that it will actually help you if you have a an autoloader in it. Because if you're up against enemies, it will help you to damage them more quickly, even if you have long reload afterwards.
Exactly, and it's like I said, it's only 2 seconds longer than your than reloading one shell with the other gun. So it's an interesting difference. I guess.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you
for
say,
sure.
Yeah.
Also, yes, I know the scream is skipping a little bit in the footage, and that has to do with the Elgato capturing device. I have no idea why it's doing that. But yeah, nothing I can do about that right now. And you don't want to see me play around on PC. I definitely need to spend more time to learn the game on PC. So then I can do these kind of things.
For me as well.
Yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna try the STB. No. Nuno is watching. KV2 is getting an HE nerf. KV1 is getting an armor nerf. Force should get an autoloader. STB is getting a little bit of a buff. The new consumables suck. The new map is awesome. That's basically the what we've discovered so far.
Quick rundown, yeah.
We have an actual battle. I quite like that.
Oh yeah.
That's the wrong chat, but yes.
Yeah, that's the wrong chat. I think they got it. Ooh, W, yeah. Almost there. Here we go.
Wow, I shot the ground. Our STB is absolutely effed. Ah! Ping spike, ping spike, ping spike, ping spike! My tank is turning in circles that I didn't tell it to drive in.
Oh, bad timing.
Yes, quite.
We don't have time for ping spike.
Well, that wasn't very helpful.
Pressure not down.
Why is our team camping?
Ooh, that was... yeah. I'm getting wrecked here, I'm gonna reload. Oop. Coming around on the other... What?
I'll get the bad chat, don't worry. Or I would if I didn't like miss him. Ah dang, I think we're losing this. Epic Coloban of time?
Yes.
Oh, come on, seriously? Are you kidding me? Oh my lord.
GG.
That's actually kind of fun. They actually log in with their whole, with their own account on the Russian server. That's why we have a guy with 23k battles.
Yeah, and their own avatars. I miss my 5-year avatar.
Oh yeah, but we have avatar crates, don't we? No, we don't have them here.
I don't know what those are.
And didn't get any free ones. Mission stuff. Anyhow, let's do that again. We have a player less, that's not fair. Oh, we're gonna get wrecked.
Yeah, well, server.
I'm gonna go to C
So
and get wrecked there.
maybe I'll go with you. No, I'm gonna support the.
I have no idea what he's saying. I'm just gonna say hello. My teammate is actually rushing the STB. Like, YOLO rush. Let's see if I can help him before he dies. He's actually doing quite well. Woohoo, I got one. Now it's 6v6.
Yay!
Kind of afraid to be here though. That works. Oh, hello, Fosh.
Fosh. How does that mean?
Well, that was noob. What is it with me and ending up in these kind of positions? Yeah, but I kind of had to move fast.
Ooh, he missed.
Good. Let's see if he does that again. I feel very followed. But yeah, basically that is it for what has been announced. There might be other buffs and changes that we don't really know yet. But we know the Force is getting an autoloader, the STB is getting a little bit of a buff, the KV1 is getting an armor nerf, the KV2 is getting an HE pen nerf of 10mm. So it's not that much, but it does make a difference. You won't be able to one-shot just as many tanks as before, even with calibrated shells. And we have a new map and the map looks awesome. That's basically it, really. Do you know anything else, Irma?
I don't know anything else. No, I don't think the patch notes are written yet. No,
that's probably very likely.
Yeah, we didn't get any patch notes, and I actually made a list for started, and we've ticked off everything. We didn't actually look at the KV1 armor.
No, we don't. But I think that's, weird as it may sound, less useful because you don't actually see the difference without comparing. While with the KV2, we know what it used to pen.
Absolutely.
So that's the only one we didn't really look at. No, that's true. But yeah, overall, not that many big changes. I think the KV2 one is mainly the main change because everyone will complain about that. And the new map, of course.
Which does look really fun. I'm gonna have a few more laps around it to try to get my bearings.
Exactly. That's my open test. For us, is very useful, basically, because we get a feel of the new map.
Yes.
But yeah, thank you so much for joining me and for helping me with driving around and testing these kind of things, especially the HE part of the KV2. I think was very good and useful. So thank you so much.
No problems blowing up KV2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we forgot one part that we tested as well. New consumables aren't something that we want in the game.
Not really, no.
No.
And you do give up a lot of stuff to be running them. Personally, I don't think it's going to be worth it for me.
This is kind of this is gonna sound probably quite mean. These are the kind of consumables that I hope my enemy takes.
Yes.
And I think that kind of says it all. I don't think it will add enough. I don't think it will make your tank perform better. I don't think it will be useful, but I think that a lot of, especially newer players or players that aren't that great at the game yet, will choose these consumables, thinking that it will help them when it actually doesn't.
Someone says that T23, E3 and Panther M10 are getting penetration buffs.
Yes! Insider, hello! And thank you! That's awesome.
Oh, here we go.
So, Insider, which is who is part of the Wargaming staff, just came on the chat, on the stream, said that Panther M10 and T23 E3 are getting pen improvements, which is lovely because Panther M10 is a very weird tank. It's kind of love-hate kind of thing. But the T23 E3 is a tank that I quite like, but it's difficult to drive because for its tier it's not competitive anymore. So I like this because that might be the exact change that it needs. The Ferdinand is getting an HP buff, and the FV4005, I think he means.
Yes, that should be 4005.
Yeah, is getting a bit of a nerf. I don't know what is getting nerfed, but it is getting nerfed, and I think that is good. I'm sad that it happens because I've driven it and I'm actually at tier 8 grinding it, even though I'm a very slow grinder usually because I absolutely love it. But yeah.
Let me just quickly check the old penetration.
Also, the FV4005 is probably the only tank where if I get it I will buy the oh, that looks so bad. the attachment, because the attachment is tea time and I love that sign.
It is fantastic. I run it on the press account.
Yeah.
I'll just quickly mention both the Panther M10 and T23. They are getting substantial penetration buffs. It goes from 150 standard penetration to 160, and then 194 to 205, so almost 10 millimeters on both.
Okay. You probably know this. How many shells does the FV have in clip 3, by the looks of it? Okay, so let's go for one more round and take the FV for a spin as it's getting nerfed, and I wonder how much we will notice that, even though it's test server.
Been a little while since I drove it.
Okay, Inside is gonna give them some more exact info, so that's gonna be awesome. So we need to entertain the people while we wait.
Yes. Let's die like more.
Thing is, with the new consumables, to return to that topic, because that's basically what they're talking about in the chat right now, it's, yeah, like I said, I don't think for the seasoned players we might take one at times. I think the speed boost is the thing that will, will be used.
The speed boost is really powerful.
Yeah, it's way too powerful. I love it. Don't take it away from me. But please take it away from me.
Okay, I'm ready.
Oh, it's the Conway that's getting nerfed, not the 4005.
Oh, the Conway.
Okay, the Conway is quite strong. We already saw it getting hit a little bit.
Just got nerfed.
This is like the most epic match that we've ever had. 2v2.
So they have a nice for.
Let's stick together.
Yes.
Actually, no, you go to base A. I'll take B, and then we'll meet at A and see where we see them.
That was my thought, actually.
Yeah.
I'll get B.
I'm gonna follow you.
Oop, here's Fosh, and he's got the autoloader.
That's not bad. Let's rush it together. It can't out DPM both of us.
I'm trying to bait a shot here. IS-4 is behind him too.
That's fine. Hit shot once.
Yep. Ooh, didn't get the track. Ah, how does that miss?
IS-4's shooting us. I'm still reloading.
Oh, me too.
I'm gonna die. Or not. I'm gonna die now.
We're not. He's gonna be shooting at me.
I'm gonna reload my clip. He can one-shot me, so he's gonna be... Ooh. You should have waited, hun. I'm reloading my clip. I can't help you.
No. And I'm gonna die now. No. Ah.
Yeah, I'm gonna die too, because he just needs to reload once. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Conway is getting HP and both guns nerfed in accuracy and reload time, etc. I've actually not driven the Conway much, but it seemed fun.
I have driven it long. And I drive it with the not the 20mm. Is it a 6.6 inch gun?
I never know the numbers exactly.
Yeah, but anyway, I run the useless gun with hash.
The useless gun.
Well, to be fair, the 120mm that's the gun off the tortoise.
Okay.
So, and it's easier to use. It's more straightforward. But I like the other gun better. It's more fun.
But both guns are getting hit.
So
Some German guns, like the VK4502A, the Jagdpanther, and some others are getting a penetration buff. I like that, because just like with so many other tanks, the VK that's mentioned is one of the tanks that I really love. It's very cheeky, but it isn't competitive anymore. And yeah, I'll load up the Conway as well. But it isn't competitive anymore, and it's buff like these that make the tank drivable again. Like, you don't expect a tank to be OP or anything.
No.
But it makes such a big difference. I'm gonna try this.
It's like bringing old tanks in more in line with the current meta.
Exactly.
It's not a buff so much as a modernization.
Yeah, they were left behind.
Yeah, slight upgrade.
T71 is getting a buff with HP and intra-clip reload time. And clip reload time, that's also nice because it's such a little cheeky thing.
The serve, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love. So, hey, this is actually a tier 8 game on the test server. That's amazing.
This reminds me of the matchmaking of the good old days.
So you want to go up and kill the light tanks?
Yes. The M4A3E8 is getting a max speed reload and aiming time buffed. Ooh, the Easy 8.
Easy 8. I've not driven that in 3.5 years.
I've always loved that, and it's kind of like, it's sort of like a Fury, so it drives like a Fury, and that's why I love it.
When it first came out, right?
Wow, my game derped.
Yeah, the ping is not great. For those of you watching who don't know, the test server is always in Russia, so we always get bad ping. this tank.
That works.
See? Has a little bit of armor.
I like having the corpse of a tank in front of me.
Yeah, that's the best cover.
It is. It throws... Well, it doesn't literally throw aim off, but it throws people off.
Yes.
But now I kind of need to reposition. I'm not being useful here. I need to kill that RU.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit.
I'm looking.
Thing is, with things like this, I can HE a tank and kill it. But the chance of my hitting the tracks is larger than my making sure that I can kill him in with AP. So then I always just use AP to make the kill shot. Whee! Speed boost.
T30. I'm just gonna...
T30, honestly?
Yep.
I got blocked. Just because you wanted to do that.
Oh well. So yeah, the combat still works.
Oh, the Streetwagen is getting a buff as well. I like
Yay.
that. Accuracy, aiming time, clip and intra-clip reload time are buffed. That's also one of the tanks. When it came out, it was good. It wasn't OP in any way, but it was good for its tier. And then it just, as we got more tanks, and it just kind of like fell off the face of the earth. And now it's just, that's gonna be fun.
So, all things considered, how do you feel about the new update so far?
I really like the buffs that we're reading about now. I like the new map. I haven't decided yet if I really love it, but I like the potential that it has. I like that it's going to be quirky like Faust, that it's not going to be predictable that way, and that's one of the reasons that I like maps. My favorite maps are all maps that aren't predictable.
It has a lot of stuff to explore. It's going to take time to get you to it.
Exactly.
Which is a good thing.
And, well, mainly the thing that I dislike, which is kind of like the biggest thing, is the new consumables. Because of the whole thing that it's, that it sort of promises, the precedent that it sets. No, not the 4005, the convoy is getting a nerf. We've been can-crackered.
Yes, totally.
The AMX 12T, the intra-clip reload time is nerfed. I kind of like these, the changes that we're seeing so far, because the changes, as far as we know them yet, are basically bringing back some fun in tanks that we used to love.
They won't cross. Or will they? No. 4 people.
I got spotted.
I think they're gonna see that tree.
Patience is a virtue. Oh, he's healing himself. Look at that.
Really?
Yeah. The FE that I shot is healing.
Yep. It's...
And in instances like this, that kind of healing stuff really works.
I'm gonna have to relocate.
Oh, we have someone behind us.
Behind us.
Yeah. Are you okay with him?
What's he doing? Yeah, he's backing off again.
Oh, he bounced. That was quite vital. Because now everyone is looking that way, which means that I'm gonna get rushed here.
I'm turning around.
And he's healing again.
Track the T90. There. Coming.
What? And I bounced. This is way too nerve-wracking for a... Ooh, and he missed. I'm so gonna die though.
This game of 25 takes care of the double said we got a shot.
Well, poop. I'm screwed. Yeah, I kind of have to go down. I don't really have a choice.
No. Whoops.
That was like, I was seeing him, I was driving by the building, and then I'm stuck against the building.
Best ending.
And the KV220T is getting a pen buff, and that's really outdated, and I so agree with that. Ooh. Thank you so much, Insider. That was absolutely wonderful. So I'm just gonna scroll back through the chat to read all of them. Let's see. So, STB is getting a little bit of a buff. The KV1 is getting an armor nerf. The KV2 is getting an HE pen nerf. Then we have the Panther M10 and the T23E3 that's getting pen improvements. The Ferdinand is getting an HP buff. The Conway is getting a nerf. Let's see. The Conway is getting HP and both guns are nerfed in accuracy, reload time, etc. Some German guns used on the VK4502A and the Jagdpanther and some others are getting a penetration buff. The T71 is getting buff with HP, intra-clip reload time and clip reload time. The M4A3E8 is getting a max speed, reload and aiming time buffed. The Streetwagen is getting their accuracy, aiming time and clip and intra-clip reload time are buffed. The AMX 12T is getting an intra-clip reload is nerfed. And the KV 220T is getting a pen buff. And of course we get the new map and all of that. Yes, exactly as Insider just said, the turrets can be blown off on some tier 6 and 2 tier 8 tanks now. Not all of them, they're still working on that. But we're gonna see flying turrets, which is generally, it looks really funny. So yeah. I'm not against that at all.
So, no, it's so silly, but I just love those popping turrets.
Exactly. Yeah, that's basically it. I think I'm gonna end it there. We have all the buffs and nerfs listed, not with exact numbers, but you know what is about to happen. Of course, we got the new map. That's gonna be awesome. We got the new consumables, what we hope to not get. But yeah, aside from the new consumables, I am really liking the changes that we're getting with this 6.2 as far as we know them.
I am too. I'm even liking the Foch 155 autoloader.
Yes!
As autoloaders go, they did a good job with it. It looks good. It adds a different type of gameplay to the tank. So, I mean, it's just, I think that...
But that's exactly it.
I mean, so many people love the STB, this bonus.
But that's exactly it. I like that they're making the gameplay more interesting again. One of the things that I've disliked so much about the cupola being removed from the E5 and some of the other balance changes that we've gotten, even including the going from minus and plus 2 mm
to
minus and plus 1 and M, it takes the diversity out of the game and it makes the game so much more predictable. And little things like this, and maps like the new map, and maps like Faust and that kind of stuff, they bring back that diversity that I'm missing.
Absolutely. Little things can have such a great impact.
Yes. So that's been absolutely lovely. Again, thank you so much for helping me out with this. Thank you so much, Insider, for coming on and giving me all these changes live, which means that I have a much more exact picture to show to basically the community. And thank you everyone for watching. And I'll see you guys the next time probably. Have a good night and, well, hopefully enjoy the update. Bye bye.
Bye bye.